Citizens, it's that time. You are officially in Alert Zone. Welcome to the Alert Zone TV. I'm the Wizard Uncle James. I would love for you to become an active citizen. You guys and girls already know how to do that. Sorry, trying to get my camera angle kind of set there. Anyhow, would love you guys and girls to become active citizens. You already know how to do that. Shout out to the world and everybody across the world. If you're tuning in from another country, drop it in the comment section. Let me know where y'all be watching at so I can shout you out and maybe put y'all on my list of places to visit. As I told you guys, as the channel grow, I'm going to start actually coming out, and instead of sitting behind the table or the desk, I'm going to start being out with the people. So, I wanted to talk about something. It's a very sensitive topic, but it needs to be discussed because it's discussed on mainstream media, but they don't do it the right way. So, got my CZ Scorpion, chambered in 9mm. I'm in a safe control environment. YouTube. Got my brace and everything on it. And I wanted to talk about the propaganda behind using the families of gun violence victims to push the anti-gun laws out here. Let me make this clear. If I live to see this Tuesday, August the 27th, I'll be 45. When I was 7 years old, gun violence struck me and hit close to home. In 1987, when I was 7 years old, my dad was murdered on the streets of New Orleans. Last year, I just actually found his death certificate and his autopsy, and it was a pretty brutal murder. I know it was somebody he knew because of how close they got up on him. I knew the type of man my dad was. From there, throughout the years, I've had losses where I lost people due to gun violence. I lost friends. Well, I just seen people from the neighborhood, they lost their life. When I was younger, there was a couple attempts on my own personal life. But there's something I never thought about. I never ever thought about getting out here and getting with politicians and using the pain of somebody I lost, even my own father, to help them push an anti-gun agenda. And I know this hurt for some people to hear this, but you need to hear this. And the reason I never allowed myself to be used is I understood one thing. The crimes that are committed out here are committed with people with stolen firearms. It's not like they make you think when you hear about these school shootings, these rampage shootings. Yes, those are legal firearms. These everyday Pookie and Ray Ray hood, just things going on in the community, those are not guys and girls that's going buy firearms so they can go shoot somebody they got a problem with up the street. For the most part, it don't happen like this. It would be very dangerous for me as somebody who have seen life be taken. As I told you, there was a couple attempts on my life when I was younger. And for me, as having family members that lost their life to gun violence, it would be very disingenuous for me to get up there and root against firearms. Because you know what? I know how many of these saved people's lives. People that was in the street and people that wasn't. I know how many people this right here saved their life. And they was dealing with the same loss and losses of life that I was dealing with. I mean, if that's the case, when I was 10 years old, I lost a dear friend. I still have nightmares about him to this day. I was 10 years old. You seen my shorts, of me at the Action Figure Museum in Pauls Valley, Oklahoma, where I showed on the shorts about short videos I have, the Micro Machine display. It was a friend of mine, Kirby Long. We was in the 5th grade when him and his grandmother was killed by a butcher knife. They were in the bed sleep. His grandmother had just cashed her SSI check because this happened back in 1988 or 89. Had to be 89. For those of you who don't know, the old houses in New Orleans had 10, 15, 20-foot ceilings. I mean, we had real high ceilings in shotgun houses. To this day, nobody has ever lived in that house again since that happened. There was blood all on the ceiling up there. That's just how brutal that was. But nobody got out here and campaigned that we got to take knives out of people's hands. The UK riots was touched off by a guy with knives. There was just a knife attacker overseas in Germany, I think. So, what I'm saying is, hold on. Sorry about that, everybody. As I was saying, it hurts to lose people, no matter how you lose them. Yes, gun violence is real. Let me say this as somebody who's been dealing with it since a kid. This has saved my life. Not this particular one, but having these have saved my life. When I talked about the attempts on mine. Firearms saves lives. You can get out there and pass Chicago, the city, has the most restrictive gun laws. Damn near they gun laws worse than California. The city of Chicago gun laws is worse than the state of California. And it don't stop the violence that go on out there. I see they bring these moms out where their kids were violently taken from them during the election time to cry about why we need gun legislation. The one thing they keep forgetting and they leave out is most of these people that's coming out and expressing this, those guns that was used to kill their loved ones were illegal. It's not like these guys are buying legal guns and terrorizing the neighborhood. They're stolen. Hold on. Sorry about that again, everybody. But all I want to say is this. My condolences to everybody that's been touched by gun violence. And I'm pretty sure that's all of us. We all know somebody that has had their life taken during into firearms. But I say this. Don't be used to get out here to disarm the rest of us that's legally armed. Don't let them take your pain and use it to cripple the rest of the world. Criminals love this type of stuff. They love to see your moms and dads saying we got to put an end to gun violence. We need more restrictive gun laws. Because they're illegal anyway, so they don't care. Hit me in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this. Do you agree or disagree? I'm not trying to be insensitive. What I'm saying is, before you run out and run against firearms, ask yourself, was my loved one taken off this planet with a legal firearm? If the answer is no, well, then that means you shouldn't be out here advocating for criminals to not, or for people to not have firearms. Because the firearm that your loved one was taken off the planet with was stolen and illegal anyway. All you're doing is helping set the next family up to grieve. Because, for all the things they say bad about this, remember this. especially if you're in the United States of America. The gun is how the United States became the United States. And the gun is how you get to enjoy the freedoms that you have in this country because of the military. If the military was just a bunch of dudes and chicks walking around doing hand-to-hand combat and they never used no firearms, this country would be invaded and it'll be over tomorrow. It'll be named something else. Grieving private. But don't let them use your grief to disarm the legally armed citizens. Because that's what happens a lot. Hit me in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Until next time, stay safe, stay armed, stay on high alert.